of the same thing. I'm just.
No,
I had no creativity.
It's a great chord progression. It works for everything.
Thank you.
Nicely done.
Okay, doesn't have to.
Well, I mean, when you are covering for technical difficulties, it works really, really well.
Sure.
So thanks for joining us today. We're really glad that you're here. We had a little bit of difficulties when we started this stream. The bitrate shot right up, so we stopped it and started again. Hopefully you're joining us here right now. Hopefully you weren't like, what happened? Everything is broken, and then you gave up on the world. I hope you didn't do that. Everything is just fine. It's great to be with you today. I'm Pastor John. This is Audrey, our worship director here at CrossPoint. Welcome to all of you who are joining us, whether you are joining us as you're a CrossPointer or a friend of a CrossPointer, if you're just somebody in one of our networks that's watching this, we're really excited for you. We might have friends from St. John's and Algonquin, or even Emmanuel and Crystal Lake. We love that you are joining us for lunch. We hope that you make it a daily thing. We do this Tuesday through Friday, and it's a lot of fun to be with you. So, today we are going to talk about, what are we going to talk about? I think we're going to talk about what we are hoping to see after all this is over. Because we keep getting bad news. Everything keeps getting extended. So, what I want to hear today in the comments is, what's one thing that you're really excited about to do, to see, or experience, or to have happen when all of this is over? And the flip side of this, a different way to talk about it is, what have you taken for granted that now you can't? It can be something really silly. For example, I was trying to order a bunch of computer cables off of Amazon Prime yesterday. And I thought, well, this is great. Usually this takes about a day at the most to get here.
Yep.
And these evidently were deemed non-essential cables. So the expected delivery date was like April 21st.
Oh boy.
And I said, I can't deal with that. In the olden days, like when I was young, how many weeks would I wait to receive something back from somebody? Like you'd send in a postcard, you'd send in something, and to redeem, you get like a prize from a cereal box. You send in the post, you send all that stuff. It might take 6 to 8 weeks to get to you, and you'd be so excited, waiting the whole time, anticipating it coming, and you wouldn't be frustrated. You'd just be anxious and excited for 2 months for this thing to arrive. And yet, when I saw it was going to take 3 weeks to get here, I was really frustrated. What are some things that you've taken for granted? Let us know in the comments so we can all experience that together. What are some things that you've taken for granted during this time that you're going to be excited that hopefully will come back when this is all over? We're going to sing a little bit to keep you company during lunch. What do we have on tap today?
We have Be Thou My Vision next.
All right, that was a request, right?
It was a request.
A reminder, you can always put requests down, and we use those the rest of the week. All right, well, let's go ahead and sing together.
Awesome.
Thou my best
Great song. Great song. Love singing that with you. How many of you are singing out loud where you are? That'd be interesting to know. Where are you at? You're singing, you're humming along. Maybe some of you are in your car, maybe some of you are just kind of in your own office, in your house. Maybe you're hanging out at the kitchen table with your kids who are doing e-school right now. Wherever you are, I hope you're enjoying music, the words, singing along as well. So we got some responses. What are we going to miss? Have we taken for granted as well? Let's see, what do we have here? Denise says hugging her grandsons. Yeah, absolutely. Hugging loved ones from Mary. All forms of not distant human interaction.
Agreed.
Right? That's a blanket one, but I love that, Scott. That's really good. Yeah, no doubt. I gotta say, the other day I sat in on 3 Zoom meetings. Now I think I've done a really good job so far not organizing Zoom meetings for everything. In fact, I haven't really done that at all. I haven't really needed to. Been able to do lots of things individually. But oh my goodness, Zoom meetings, I mean, I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. They're the worst. I mean, it's really bad. It's really terrible. I really did not enjoy them at all. It really made me, like the whole day I spent, I think, about 4 hours on Zoom meetings during the day, and I just felt like my life had been wasted. And I know so many of you are utilizing the technology now, and it was tough. Is that harsh?
A little bit.
A little harsh?
It's a little harsh.
Savage?
Yeah.
It's what I really felt. I'm just telling you the truth.
Maybe you're not Zooming with the right people. Yeah.
It wasn't fun.
It's the new word, zooming.
Zooming?
You're not Zooming with the right people.
Yeah. They weren't phone calls. They were for work. They were for church. They were for all kinds of things. They were meetings. And I guess the problem is with meetings on Zoom, when you have all these people there, they lose focus. And also, what it made me think of was because Scott was saying he's missing all forms of not distant social interaction. What our meetings turn into on Zoom is, instead of being a meeting, they turn into, hey,
let's all talk
at the same time and talk to everybody because we've missed everybody, and it's wonderful and it's great. And that sentiment is noted. Like, we need that. And what it says is that we really need that interaction. We really need that with one another. So I hope that you're able to get that as much as you can digitally. I hope that you're out, on your own, social distancing, walking the neighborhood, getting out and about a little bit, not being totally stuck where you are, if you're able to. But if you are just stuck right where you are, know that you're not alone. You are with others. Just let's not do that during meeting time. Can we just have a social contract? If you're doing a meeting, it's not social time. Please, just keep it a meeting for 10 minutes and then redo it and call the people again and say, hey, let's chat for a while. Then you can play charades and you can play games over Zoom. And that's a lot more fun, right?
Yes, that is much more fun, yes.
Yes. I'll get off my soapbox now, sorry. One thing I'm not going to miss about this is Zoom meetings. So, anybody else have any funny stories about meetings or things that aren't working out quite the way they thought they would when it comes to working from home? Go ahead and post those in the comments. I'd love to hear some more stories about that as well. At the very least, so that I don't feel like I'm alone.
No, there's a lot of Zoom oopsies on the internet that are floating around right now.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, a few years ago, that guy got made fun of. Kind of that video went around the world with his little daughter in the background, coming and doing all kinds of crazy stuff in the background of this TV interview.
Yes.
Totally normal now, right?
Yes.
Totally normal.
Yep.
That would not have been used today. But alack and alas. Enough chit-chatting. Let's sing together. What do we have next?
So Will I.
So Will I. Oh, great song. Great song. All right, let's sing.
No point of rest.
measure could amount to your desire. You're the one who never leaves the one behind. You're the one who never leaves the one behind.
Last night, Aaron and I started a new Bible study, looking through the book of Hebrews. It was super fun. It was all live, of course, on Facebook and YouTube and everything else. And it made me think there are a lot of great verses in Hebrews. And as I was wallowing in my own self-pity here a couple minutes ago, and talking about issues that I've been having, it reminded me of some of the great words that we're looking forward to getting to in Hebrews towards the end of the book. We get to Hebrews chapter 12. Great verses. Verse 1. Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight. Let us lay aside the sin that clings so closely to us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before. Looking to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is seated at the right hand of the throne of God. Since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, and I guess that's the thing, right? We may feel alone, but there are so many people that are around us for encouragement. We are connected in so many different ways. And it's not just in the live ways, but people that have gone before us, people that have taught us the faith, who have mentored us in our lives, people who we miss today. They have run their races to completion. And so we are called to run as well with endurance and perseverance, keeping our eyes focused firmly on Jesus. And it's easy to stray from that, especially when there's so much to complain about, right? Especially when it's so easy to kind of wake up on the wrong side of the bed, when it's easy to yell at people that are closest to you for things that, in any other day wouldn't mean a whole lot. When we think about the things that we miss, like hugging grandsons and hanging out with people again, those things that make us frustrated seem so small in comparison. Instead, with great perseverance and endurance, we run this race, whatever that race may hold, to the best of our abilities, because, well, that's what we've been given. It's what's laid out ahead of us. Any other great verses that you are holding on to right now, things that come to mind? Go ahead and put those in the comments. Love to see what your thoughts on there are as well. So let's go ahead and sing. We got one more for today?
Yes.
Cool. All right, let's sing. We have Defender. Defender's up next. All right, let's sing.
Come back
I am very blessed to be able to get to listen to that live. You all get it over the interwebs, but yeah, so good. We're so blessed to have Audrey here at CrossPoint. We love having her lead us in worship. So a couple things that are going on this week. I just got a text from Aaron saying that the palm branches have been delivered. They are here. They are in the house. They are ready for this Sunday. So we will have them here at church on Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for free curbside pickup of palm branches for you to take home and use as you worship this weekend with your family at home. I would love for you to do that. If you can't make it during those times, just shoot us a text or a message right here, and we'll see what we can do to make sure you get some. But we would love to get those palm branches in your hands so you can enjoy them at home this weekend. Worship is Palm Sunday worship this Sunday at 9 and 10:30 right here online. Here at CrossPoint, and we'll have Good Friday service as well on Friday at 7, and we'll have all kinds of Easter services ready to go on Easter morning. What else is happening around here? There's a lot of great stuff coming up the next couple of days. Every evening there's a Bible study you can join. On Mondays it's hosted by Nathan Erg from Emmanuel. Tuesdays it's Aaron and I from our living room doing the book of Hebrews. Tomorrow night, Thursday night, is Tyler and myself, and we are going to be guiding you through the book of Revelation. Many of you have requested this over the years.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, that's right. It's going to be great. It's one of my favorite books of the Bible. I had an incredible teacher at the seminary who really kind of opened my eyes up to this book and been able to use it ever since. Absolutely amazing. So, we'll be doing that on Thursdays. And Friday night is Pastor Brian at St. John's, who is doing a Bible study leading us up to Easter time with the Easter story. So it's 7 o'clock every night right here on Facebook. You can find one of those. And I encourage you to keep growing in your faith. Use that time, whether you take a half hour at 7 and do this, or if you watch it, later on after the kids go to bed. Just because it's on at 7, it just premieres at 7. You can watch it anytime after that. We'd love for you to do that. Anything else going on church-wise that I'm forgetting? I want to make sure people get palm branches in their hands for this weekend.
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
come pick up palm branches. We're
Cool.
still doing eggs through next week.
Oh, Easter eggs. If you missed it
Yes.
yesterday, that is the fun thing.
Yes.
If you'd like a surprise Easter egg hunt in your front yard for your kids, hit up Audrey and Tyler, and they would love to bring that to your house.
It's true.
Yeah,
I might
absolutely.
be having more fun than the kids. Because the older kids, we get to try really hard to hide
Yeah.
get good hiding spots.
Nice.
We get
Nice.
clever.
Nice. Cool. So that'll be fun. I would love to do that for the next week, so hit us up quickly on that before all the spots are gone. Other than that, I think that's what we've got. We'll be back here tomorrow, and we're going to keep praying for you to get through each day, to not get bogged down by the little things, but to look ahead to the things you're going to enjoy as we run this race with an endurance and perseverance that focuses on Jesus and who He is for us. So, hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you back tomorrow.